Get up, DC. We made it to Friday.
We're coming off a rocky weather night.
And now the cleanup begins. Let's get you ready for your day. I'm in the tornado. Strong storms move through the DMV, cutting power and knocking down trees. But was this a tornado in Fairfax County?
We're waiting on official confirmation to see if a tornado actually occurred in the Virginia area. But I'll break down what we need to know and what you can expect this weekend.
Moderna's COVID shot for kids under 6 could soon be approved by the FDA. But how does that approval process work?
And this weekend, big matchups in the Final Four, and some DMV stars will hit the court. We're cheering them all on in the NCAA tournament.
I'm in the tornado. Holy. Oh my God.
Yeah, take a look at your screen. This is some fairly amazing video that we've seen coming out of last night's severe weather. A possible tornado in Tysons, Virginia. We spoke to the man who took this video.
And we caught up with him at this gas station near Tysons Corner Center. And as you can see, it suffered a lot of damage. And it's not the only place. Much of the area saw heavy rain, also strong winds. Those strong winds brought down power lines and trees across the region.
We have full team coverage this morning, and Mary is with us. And Mary, you have some insight into whether this was really a tornado, right?
Right. That's one of the things that the National Weather Service is going to be looking for today. And again, and I'll talk more about this in detail, but it's got to have contact with the ground, that funnel cloud. So that's one of the keys to determining if it was a tornado or not. But today, thankfully, there is no severe weather in the forecast. We have a few showers out there, and it's the one thing you need to know about. It will be cooler out there, and we're looking at temperatures in the upper 50s to right around 60 with a few spotty showers. Michelle?
Hey, Mary. So thankfully, no big traffic jams, but with last night's storms, we're definitely seeing some of those weather-related traffic trouble spots. We had a utility pole come down here in Brinklow in Montgomery County that is now closing both sides of Route 650 New Hampshire Avenue right near Gold Mine Road. Avoid the area for now. Annie?
Michelle, thank you. Let's get to some news breaking overnight out of Charles County, Maryland. A woman and small child are dead after a fire broke out at a townhouse last night in Waldorf. It happened just after 10:30 on Heathcote Road. No one else was injured, but there is significant damage to the home as well as the neighboring townhome. The cause of the fire is still under investigation. Let's get back to those incredible images out of Fairfax County. Now, this is what many of you were stuck driving in last night. This was in Centerville. This is where the possible tornado was first located just before 8:30 last night, prompting a tornado warning.
Then it moved towards the Tysons area. Marcella Robertson is live along Chainbridge Road near Tysons Corner Center with a look at the damage. It seems to be fairly isolated to that gas station. We'll know more when the sun comes up. But Marcella, what are you seeing this morning?
Hey guys, good morning. Yeah, the damage really centered around this gas station here. You can see everything is taped off this morning. As you mentioned, we're right along Chainbridge Road. We're actually directly across the street from Tysons to the Galleria. And while a lot of the smaller things that were thrown around here last night have been cleaned up, I do want to point out that it is the structural damage that is so significant here. Take a look at this awning of this gas station. It is incredible how it is essentially just resting and leaning on this snack shop, this small convenience store. And it is likely that if that store were not here, that entire awning may have collapsed. And it really just gives you an idea of how strong and how powerful the winds were out here. There was actually an attendant that was working inside at the time these winds came through. He said he hid under the counter and really just waited until it was safe to come out. Really scary moments, as you can imagine, and it really just gives you an idea of how powerful those winds were as they came through here. I want to show you this video that we received from a viewer. He was actually in a parking lot nearby when those winds came through. The video is pretty incredible, and even though it's dark and kind of hard to see, you can see in that footage kind of the spiral and the funnel in that video. Again, we're still waiting for confirmation if that was actually a tornado that came through here, but pretty incredible footage from him. We spoke with him just a few minutes after he took that video. Here's what he had to say.
Pretty much came right over these two gas stations and then headed right down towards the metro station, clipped the corner of the garage there at Tysons Corner, and then it all happened in about 20 seconds. There were some flashes of light. It wasn't even raining. Some flashes of light, a lot of noise. Turned around. I was like, oh, here it comes. And it went straight down. You have the video, seen the video? It went straight down the road. It's crazy.
Yeah, pretty scary stuff there. Again, you heard from him. That is a gentleman who took that video. Right now, everything's still taped off here this morning. The cleanup is going to begin, but it really is a structural damage that is probably going to take some time to get fixed here at this gas station. And again, the National Weather Service will be out here later today. It'll be easier for them to assess the damage once the sun has come out and when it's easier to see, and they will confirm whether or not this was actually a tornado. But the good news in all of this is that no one was hurt. Guys, back to you.
All right, Marcella, and just to review that storm that went over the area last night, this is the one that sparked the tornado warning. This is in the 8 p.m. hour on Thursday. You can see it also packed some heavy rain with it as it moved across the area. Now, just going back to that video for just a second, let's just really take a good closer look. And you can see a little spinning there. And here's the key. It's a funnel cloud. It's got to have contact with the ground for it to officially be a tornado. If you see a funnel cloud in the sky, but it's not in contact with the ground, it's not a tornado. Got to be in contact with the ground for that. Another thing that trained professionals look at when they're looking at that is they're looking for some debris to be coming out at the bottom of it. If you can see the debris flying around at the bottom of it, that's another way to confirm that it was that. But there are also some other ways that they can look at it as well. So just looking back at this early look, it looks like it could have been a potential EF0 tornado. That would give it winds between 65 and 85 miles per hour. Now, the National Weather Service is going to review that data and then decide if they're going to go out there. But Topper Shutt is going to explain to us what they're going to be looking for, certain damage patterns as they get out on the scene.
All right, let's talk about a telltale sign of tornado damage. It does leave a certain pattern. Why? Because it's a rotating column of air, and as it moves through, it's not going to produce wind speeds and wind direction at the same as it rolls across a neighborhood or down a street. So instead of these trees falling in one direction, they fall in different directions, and that is a telltale sign. Now, yes, you can have a thunderstorm with a downburst that will also give that sign. But if we're tracking tornadoes and we've seen a tornado warning, that's one of the best ways to confirm it was, in fact, a tornado.
Topper, thanks. We will be sure to update you just as soon as we get official word.
And in the meantime, parts of Maryland are also dealing with some cleanup this morning.
That's right. Multiple trees along River Road were knocked down yesterday afternoon in Bethesda. A big tree also fell across Clara Barton Parkway near Chainbridge Road in Northwest D.C. Thankfully, there were no injuries reported in any of these incidents. And it was no treat driving around the district during last night's storms. Even once the strongest cells cleared out, the streets in well-lit areas were soaked, and in darker areas like Rock Creek Park, drivers had to actually stay on alert for deep puddles, also branches and debris that came down during the storm.
All right, if you didn't get last night's tornado and severe thunderstorm warnings on your phone as soon as they were issued, please take a moment and text the word app to 202-895-5599. You'll get a link to download our free WUSA9 app so you're ready for the next storm. It comes right on your phone. You can't miss it. All right, let's go back to Mary now to focus on today and your weekend forecast. Mary.
Hey, Tony, good morning. We are waking up to some wet grounds out there, and there's still some light, spotty showers falling across the area. You can see in Alexandria and Clinton and even along the Silver Spring area. Rest in a spotty shower for you, but some areas are also getting a break from that steadier rain. But this is what we will see for at least the first half of the day. Spotty showers off and on, very light, no severe weather in the forecast this morning or for the rest of the day. Starting off with temperatures in the 50s right now. We're at 52 degrees in D.C. We will see those temperatures right at about the 60-degree mark with showers. It will be cooler and breezy out there. So 55 degrees by noon. You're going to find those winds up to about 20 miles per hour at times. Gusts can be as strong as 30 to 35 miles per hour. 53 by 3 p.m. right around 52 by 6 o'clock this evening. And here's an idea of what it's going to look like this afternoon. You can see those hit or miss light spotty showers continuing, but there will also be some dry hours as well. Turning ahead to the weekend, we'll notice a bit more sun on Saturday to start, but Saturday night we'll have a chance for some showers, and Sunday morning those showers will carry over. Look for temperatures in the upper 50s to right around 60 over the weekend. Michelle.
And Miri, we're waking up to slick conditions across our DMV roadways this Friday morning. Virginia commuters, our volume delays are building here on 95 northbound in Woodbridge, right near Prince William Parkway, plus an alert for Arlington drivers. We've seen this closure all week now. The southbound side of South Glebe Road is still closed between Route 1 and South Arlington Ridge Road, which is where you'll be diverted to if you're headed that way. That's because of some emergency construction going on. Now let's head south to Stafford, Virginia. Looks like that trouble spot we told you about earlier, those fallen power cables on Crabapple Drive right near Box Elder Drive. So do drive with caution if you're headed that way. Getting to our Virginia drive times, though, major roadways looking okay in terms of the flow of traffic. 95 North Fredericksburg up to the Mixing Bowl looking good at 40 minutes. Annie?
Michelle, thank you. 6:09 still ahead. Another top story we are following, a disturbing find after a raid on a home of an anti-abortion rights activist in the district. We were there first on the scene as these coolers were being brought out of the home. We'll have more details in our next half hour. Abby.
Moderna says they will soon be able to vaccinate toddlers against COVID-19, but it's not exactly up to them. Coming up, I'll verify what does it really take to approve a shot for kids. We'll be right back.
Football star to...
Do you think he's psychotic?
Yes.
What do you think's wrong with you?
Everything. New Dr. Phil.
Followed by WUSA9 News at 5.
Hey, Verizon. Everyone's talking about the fast and reliable internet from Cox. Like, did you hear Cox offers advanced security to protect Wi-Fi connected devices in all homes we cover? And that we offer routine equipment upgrades with panoramic Wi-Fi. And our customers can always choose internet that can deliver speeds that are even faster than 5G providers. That's worth buzzing about. Get Cox Internet today.
Okay, Floor & Decor, show me what you've got. Now this tile says spa day all day. But this tile says classic on glam. And this modern look, it's sleek yet chic. Okay, I've got it. Everything I need to pull this project together, and all at the perfect price.
At Floor & Decor, you can realize any aspirational project at an inspirational price. Because with an unmatched selection of high-quality products, all at everyday low prices, your bathroom upgrade has never been more you. Discover Floor & Decor today.
Is your house less than perfect? I'm Dan from Market Pro Home Buyers, and we want to buy your home.
My husband and I were faced with the decision of what to do with my father's home. The house required a lot of work. That's when I found Market Pro Home Buyers. Dan visited our home, and within minutes he gave us a quote. It was so easy. Dan even helped pay to pack and move us. Market Pro Home Buyers truly helped my family when we did not know what to do.
Call us today at 301-799-7355.
Fantastic things start to happen when you step aboard a Princess cruise. Doors open up for you. Your favorite drinks start finding you. And everything seems to be just how you like it. How does it all happen? It's no secret. It's our job to discover what makes you feel special. Yes, you. And you. And you too. Making sure you feel taken care of. That's what a Princess cruise is all about. Get the Princess treatment with up to 40% off cruises to Alaska.
I'm attorney Mike Slocum. I'm going to level with you. Not everyone likes me. In fact, there are a lot of insurance companies that don't like me at all. And plenty of their lawyers have outmaneuvered. I'm sorry. This is me. I'm not always nice, but I do fight for my clients. So do you want nice, or do you want to win?
844 Mike wins. He's not nice.
And that's a promise.
To play basketball at an elite level in the ACC, I have to be sound with the ball, be able to move with agility, and be able to slide with some of the best guards in the country. I can't worry about the pain in my feet. The Good Feet arch supports allow me to move swiftly, to have balance and stability. They allow me to focus on my game and not worry about the stress on my feet. It's crazy how something so simple as the Good Feet arch support can not only change my game, but change my life.
Try them for yourself with a free arch support fitting and test walk at the Good Feet store.
6:13, welcome back. Let's get to an update now on the coronavirus vaccine. Moderna says they have a COVID-19 shot that works in kids under 6, and they're planning to ask the FDA to approve it. This will be the first vaccine against the virus for children in that age group. We asked our Abby Larico to verify the process it takes to give shots to kids. Abby, what'd you find out?
Well, it takes a lot more than a drug company talking a big game to approve vaccines with our little ones. It's actually quite a process.
So
let's verify, what does it actually take to get vaccines approved for kids? Our sources are Dr. Alexandra Yance, an infectious disease specialist with Children's National Hospital, the CDC, the FDA, and Pfizer and Moderna. With any new vaccine, the FDA looks at the data to determine if a shot is safe and effective, and the CDC decides whether or not to recommend it. In most vaccines, including those against COVID-19, this all happens first with a study of adults. Pfizer says its trial currently includes about 8,300 children between 6 months and 12 years old. Moderna's site lists 13,275 participants in the same age group for their study. Those are a fraction of the size of each company's clinical trial in adults.
Trials are usually not as large because efficacy has been established and there's no thought that it should be different.
Since adult studies establish vaccine safety, kids' trials determine how much vaccine is needed to be effective.
As we've learned, dosing matters.
Because a 2-year-old and a 10-year-old are very different developmentally, it's up to researchers to determine the lowest amount of vaccine that can be given to kids of different ages that'll still work. After a shot at proper dosage is greenlit, the CDC's Advisory Committee on Immunization Practices puts it on the official American vaccine schedule, laying out what vaccines are needed at what ages. Currently, kids older than 5 are still on an interim vaccine schedule for the COVID-19 shots.
Very well could end up being something that gets on the, annual schedule at least, like an influenza vaccine. Or if we see after a year or two that really SARS-CoV-2 isn't going anywhere, there is potential for it to be a addition to the regular childhood vaccine process. But that, I think, data is still kind of coming in.
All right, Abby, let me ask you this, because a lot of people still wonder about the long-term impacts of the vaccine.
Right, Tony. Well, Dr. Yance reminds us that the way this vaccine works, if there are going to be widespread effects, we would know about them by now. They do not take years to show up, but still, trial participants will be monitored for decades to come.
Wow.
Yeah,
wow.
Decades. They're still monitoring some people who were in vaccine trials in the early 2000s.
Wow, okay. Yeah. Didn't know that. Thank you very much, Abby. All right, coming up on 6:16 right now. Let's get to Mary for a look at the forecast. Hey, Mary.
Hey there, Tony. Good morning, everybody. We are starting off with some light scattered showers out there. Thankfully, no severe weather in the forecast this morning, but this is what we can see. Some showers over D.C. and Alexandria. Sterling getting a break from the steady rain, and even around Rockville, a steady break. But we'll see a few more showers passing over the Fairfax area. So this is the pattern that we can expect to see throughout the first half of the day. You'll find some lighter showers over FedEx Fields, Upper Marlboro, and heading into Queen Anne as well. At times you'll get a light sprinkle. Other times are going to be some dry hours out there. So we are at 52 degrees right now. We're heading up to about the 60-degree mark. That is noticeably cooler than yesterday when we were in the 70s. So showers, cooler and breezy. Winds up to 20 miles per hour and occasionally gusts up to 30 to 35 miles per hour and stronger. So kids at the bus stop, if you want to send the babies with a little raincoat, that would be good. 51 degrees for those passing showers. Breezy in noon at lunchtime and recess, 56 degrees. And then also breezy at pickup time with temperatures right around 54 degrees or so. This is what Futurecast looks like. We still have a wave of low pressure to pass across the area, so that's why we're keeping that slight chance for a hit or miss shower in. This is at 6 o'clock in the evening. The bulk of those showers are north and west of the immediate D.C. metro area. Now, tomorrow, we will have a bit more sunshine to contend with until later on Saturday night when our next shower chance comes in. Winds right now are at 8 miles per hour in D.C. We had some gusts up to 20 miles per hour, but we will see them catch up to us once again later on this afternoon. This is Friday at 6:15. If you're heading out to happy hour around that time, expect winds to occasionally gust between 20 and 30, even up to about 35 miles per hour at times. Now, Cherry Blossom Festival continues this week, and if you are heading out, we'll be a little bit cooler on Saturday with temperatures touching off in the upper 50s to right around 60. Dry during the day, showers push in at night, and then there'll be some more showers left over Sunday morning. Temperatures there topping out around the 60-degree mark. On the 7-day forecast, we can see a bit of a warming trend and unsettled weather as we head into the next week. 64 Monday, it is quiet. Upper 60s Tuesday, you'll notice showers later in the day on Tuesday. Some rain on Wednesday, even the rumble of thunder once again with temperatures right around the 73-degree mark. And then back to the upper 60s on Thursday with rain.
The Commute is sponsored by your local Honda dealers.
6:18, getting into the heart of rush hour now. We are tracking our usual Beltway outer loop delays here right near Colesville Road. Plus, we do have an alert for drivers in the district. We now have a crash on Southeast Southwest Freeway. This is on the westbound side of 695 here, right at 6th Street, with delays building back to the 11th Street Bridge. Also an alert for Montgomery County drivers in the Brinklow area. We still have this closure in place on Route 650, New Hampshire Avenue, because of a utility pole that came down from the storms. This is right near Gold Mine Road. You will be diverted if you're headed that way. But getting to our travel times here in Maryland, 50 westbound looking good. Annapolis to the Beltway, you're looking at a 20-minute trip. Annie?
Michelle, thank you. We are down to the Final Four in the NCAA tournament. The women play tonight and then men play tomorrow. And there are a few lucky players from our area who have a chance to play in the national championship. Our Darren Haynes will break it all down up next.
I'm Katie DePaula, and for over 7 decades, Long has been helping families bring quality and beauty to their homes. So you can trust us to replace your roof the right way, the long way. Even a tiny leak in your roof can cause thousands of dollars in structural damage and create hazardous mold. You don't want this in your home. Protect your family and your home. Visit longroofing.com and arrange a free quote today. That's longroofing.com.
Time and Temperature is sponsored by Window Nation. Visit us online at windownation.com.
At AmericanEagle.com, we've created some of the most complex yet efficient websites. That's because of an unfair advantage. Siraj, our speed guy. He took on a rescue mission for a major retailer's e-commerce site and found over 100 ways to shave load time. In fact, just now, he saved another 80 milliseconds. For web development, digital marketing, strategy, and more, talk to AmericanEagle.com. Don't just grow, soar.
We're both working from home, and he's always gaming. The high-speed internet is absolutely critical.
Sounds like you need internet that keeps up with everything you do. That's why Verizon Fios has upload speeds as fast as download speeds on our 100% fiber optic network.
You don't want to have that embarrassment of your video conference dropping.
Plus, internet plans start at just $39.99 per month with no extra fees and no expiring promo pricing.
The price was perfect.
Now when you switch, get up to 12 months of the Disney bundle on us.
We need good internet that is non-negotiable.
Fios has got you covered.
People today. They could spend half their lives over 50, which is great, but it's gonna take some planning.
What can you do for me?
So it helps to have a wise friend and fierce defender in your corner. A friend like AARP. To help your money live as long as you do. The money you earn, the money you splurge.
I'm going in.
And the money you save.
Hey, I just bought that. Huh, I just sold that.
That's why the younger you are, the more you need AARP. Join today.
Family fitter, bath fitter. Style fitter, bath fitter. You fitter, bath fitter. We install beautiful tubs that fit perfectly over your old one with no mess or demo. Get the bath you want in a day with quality that lasts a lifetime. It just fits. Bath fitter.
Save up to $750 off. Call now for a free consultation. Don't wait. This offer ends soon.
I'm Andy Betterman of the law firm Greenberg & Betterman. I was born here in D.C. and grew up on this block. My mom was a public health nurse. My dad a store manager and a decorated World War II veteran. They taught me to care about our friends and neighbors, a kindness that Greenberg & Betterman still practices after over 35 years. If you've been in a car accident or a victim of medical malpractice, we're here to help you. Greenberg & Betterman, contact us. Feel better.
Welcome back. It is 6:22 now, and the college basketball season wraps up this weekend with both the men's and the women's Final Fours and championship games. The ladies play tonight and Sunday. The men play tomorrow and Monday. And as our sports director Darren Haynes explains, the games will have a distinct DMV flavor.
Six local players from the DMV are part of the men's Final Four, and 4 of those players were high school teammates at Paul VI in Chantilly, Virginia. Villanova's Brandon Slater, UNC's Anthony Harris, Jeremy Roach, and Trevor Keels for Duke. This is when they won the 2018 state championship. Now, they're all competing for an NCAA title.
I just knew we were going to be special, and to
what is that? 4 years later? 4 years later, to all end up here in the Final Four. You can't be more happy. It just shows you how good PVI is in the DMV area.
This is very special for our community back home. So I'm proud of those guys and how they all made it here today. And after this is all said and done, we'll probably look back and think about how special this moment is.
We always talk about that we're all winners. After that state championship, we was like, we know we was going to win at the next level too. And now we're here, and we still keep in touch on a daily basis. So it's definitely fun.
And then there was one. Former St. John's High School star and UConn guard Azzi Fudd is the only local player left in the women's NCAA tournament.
This is my first year, my first NCAA tournament, so I'm excited to be here, and I'm excited to rep for the DMV back home, but being one of the only ones still playing in the Final Four, it means a lot to me. But I think it just goes to show what growing up in that area and playing in that area has done for me, that great competition. It's gotten me ready for this.
Now, Azzi Fudd's UConn team will face Stanford tonight in the Final Four. On the men's side, because Duke and North Carolina both have DMV players, it is a guarantee the men's NCAA championship game will feature someone from this area. I'm Darren Haynes. Get up, DC.
And it's our social question today. Who do you want to make it to the national championship game? You can text us 202-895-5599. Tag us on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram with the hashtag GetUpDC to weigh in, because we want to hear from you.
Yes, we do.
I want St. Peter to make it. Are they still have a chance?
The Peacocks?
Yeah, the Peacocks. Yeah. They're out.
No.
Sorry.
Yeah.
All right, coming up, it is the biggest night in music. It's this Sunday right here on WUSA9.
Right.
We're breaking down all the things to watch for in this year's Grammys. Who will win? Will anyone be slapped? We'll answer those questions coming up. Mary.
So shady, Tony. So shady. Next 12 hours at DC, no severe weather, I'm happy to report. A bit breezy out there. Temperatures in the upper 50s to right around 60.
And Mary, we do have slick roadways in the DMV this morning. We're tracking our usual volume delays, plus a couple of storm-related trouble spots out on our roads. We'll break them all down when we come back on Get Up DC.